All right, hello everyone. This is Jesse from MusicWorks. This is session 310. If you clicked here, you are looking to check out the Sunny Jain remix contest, which is a fantastic idea. Sunny Jain is an amazing musician. He runs a band called Red Barat, which you should check out. And he also records with small groups. This is his latest recording, and like you read before, he's offering the stems or the individual instrument parts, recording tracks from his session for remix ability. Obviously, you got to read the terms and conditions. You can't sell it or anything like that. But it's a super cool idea. It's kind of like someone giving you the keys to their castle and letting you play around. So I just was going to give you a quick walkthrough of how to get started remixing if you're not familiar with that. So first thing I would do is listen to the song. Putting holes in your back, man. Red man, brown man, black man. You should buy it. If you're not going to buy it, you could stream it. But even better than streaming would be to buy it and support these musicians. If you're going to stream it, stream through Spotify or take a listen on YouTube or whatever. All right. So I'd listen to the whole thing, and then let's go to the website. So if you, I'm going to put a link down at the bottom of this YouTube video, but if you click on Sunny Jain and Google Sunny Jain Remix Contest, or you can find his website here, you're going to have to read the terms and conditions, blah, 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 and then you click OK, and then it'll get to you a site that says STEM Downloads. So you click on STEM Downloads, and it is going to open up Dropbox. He's got 2 songs here, so I'm going to try this one, and then you've got all these individual stems, right? So let's see. Let's take a look at, this is percussion, this is tenor sax, synth bass. So you decide where you want to get started. You can download them all, but let's see. I'm going to download, where was the, I'll do the percussion. Sousaphone. Let's see. Dole, claps, drums. I'll do the guitar. Let's do the guitar. So I'm going to click that. You get this business, and then I'm going to do direct download to my computer. And there it goes. Okay, 30 seconds. So meanwhile, open up a GarageBand session or whatever it is that you want to use. I'm going to do GarageBand. It's pretty simple, and most people have it, or at least slightly familiar. And open up real instrument tracks, because these are real instruments. They're audio tracks you're bringing in. So even if it was like a synthesizer or a computer instrument on the recording, you're bringing in as a real instrument track, right? You can drag it to your desktop, or you can probably even just drag it straight in. There you go. Okay, so for me, the first thing I would do is figure out the tempo. I've figured out that this is at 114. So if you're good with that, you can start there. If you're not sure how to figure that out, this is how I would do it. Take the metronome off, listen to it. So I'm listening to the sousaphone bass and the claps. I'm going to look for something that's obvious and repeats. Okay? All right, so then all I have to do is use this little loop tool, and I'll go to a short amount, and let's go up here. Let's say we start here. Alright, so that seems like bom, bum, bum, bum. That seems like a downbeat to me. So I'm going to go there. I could be wrong, but that seems like a downbeat. Right? Take a look at that. actually, I think it's bomb. I think that's the downbeat. Right there. Boom. See if we can enlarge that a little bit. So right there. So let's move this right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Great. Okay. So now that I've got that, I'm going to set my tempo. I think it was at 120 when I started, right? So let's go there. So this was at 120 when I turned on GarageBand, whatever it's at, pick something, somewhere to start, and turn the metronome on. So then I'll do like a 2-bar loop, right? So let's go measure 61 to 63, okay? And I'll set that at the beginning of my bass thing. Alright, so obviously that tempo's too fast because my 2 bars of click track run out before that figure repeats. So let's slow it down. So I'll do 110. Try that. So where was my... Where's my sousaphone? Right there. Alright. So let me move my loop back to there. Alright, that's too slow. So a little faster. Let's try in the middle, 115. Let's try that. Right there. That sounds pretty close. It's pretty on at the beginning of the loop. Then as we go further, it seems like the metronome is getting a little bit ahead. So what I like to do here is, let's see, I'm going to, seems like it's working for 2 measures. Let's try, I don't know, 8 measures, right? 60, 68. All right, let's make sure we're starting in the right place. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, it's too fast. Okay, so I can see when I go to a longer loop, even though it was set at the beginning, it's too fast. Let's go to 114. All right, and we'll same thing. We'll set our loop here right. That was not what I wanted to do. Start here. Okay, we've got 8 measures. Oh, whoops, I gotta go to 114, sorry. All right. This seems pretty locked in, right? Okay, so there we go. So 114, here comes the loop again. Cool, so that's how we find our tempo. All right, so now that we've got that straightened out, obviously you don't have to do anything in tempo, but just in terms of like looking at the material and seeing with what you've got, you want to start with everything kind of lined up on your grid. So anyway, load up the tracks you want. Okay, let's go ahead a little further to when there's some more going on. Let's start here. So I'm going to start there. Let's see. Where was that bass line? Yeah, let's start over there. Okay. I'm going to start here. Let's see. I'm going to cut this whole thing. I'm going to move it all over to measure. Move it over to measure 61, just so I'm sort of starting with like an even number. So I'll pretend like this is measure 1, right? And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 measures. Okay. So I can deal with a little chunk here. All right. So there's lots and lots of ways you can go in terms of remixing. I'm going to show you a couple of options, right? First way is you could think about taking things out. So what if I take this guitar out for a second? And the claps haven't come in yet, but I'll take that out. Let's just deal with the bass line. Alright, maybe I'll just take 6 measures of that. Okay. Let's say I want to add a different kind of bass line. So, sorry, I'm going to add a MIDI track. Let me add this software instrument. I have a small MIDI keyboard that I have here. Right. So it looks like this is in. Let's see. There's a way I can see this. All right. Looks like this is like a G minor. Okay. Let's see. Let's record this. So I did like a little G minor and then a little E flat major. Let's go like this. So I've got a whole big bunch of keyboard stuff going on here. Let's solo that for a second. I'm going to add some reverb and delay to that. Put back in my bass line. Oh, sorry. Put back in my bass line. So you can add things in with MIDI. You can take things away. Let's go back to this guitar for a second. All right. So here we have this guitar part. Let's chop it up a little bit. It's this nice big long swell, so we're gonna wreck it. Let's reverse all that stuff. Why not? Okay, so we got the same chord, but I changed the rhythm of it a little bit. Take some things out. Sorry. Maybe I'll take a few of these out. Okay, all this is like, you can see I'm being a little random and careless with it just because we're demonstrating and not going too far in. But you know, sometimes little bits of chance can be fun. What if I add this back in? Put this in the left, put this in the right. Let's think about adding some drums to this. Go back in my instruments. Electronic. Oh, dub smash. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so I'm going to put a little bass line in here with my dub smash business. I'm going to add some more drums in here. Go back to record. Let's go back to these drums for a second. So here's something that's nice. Time quantize. Sometimes when you do drums live, you get like a little excited and it's not exactly on beat. So like for example, here, I'm not the world's best drummer. So what if we just go one measure? So you can see here, this is supposed to be on the downbeat, right? Oops, I want to move the whole thing. All right. You can see this is supposed to be on the off. This is supposed to be on the downbeat. So what you can do is you can do time quantize, right? And it will sort of find the right spots. Amazing happening dub smash beat. Great. All right, let's put some of this stuff together. Sorry, I'm going to go up to 65. Going on with this echo business. I'm just adding some echo to the drums here. It's a little much. Sometimes a little EQ change is cool. So this guitar, for example, even though it's cut up, you can tell it's got sort of this like dreamy quality. So what if we flatten that a little bit on the guitar? Maybe put it in like like an old, like a megaphone, like an old radio kind of feeling. Yeah, go back to the sousaphone. Alright, so there's my version.
They telling me I'm ISIS. Feel like Lenny knowing men are raw mices. Go against the grain like the basmati rices. 10 more sips on my pops on the flight quick. Cowboys hate us like a cop with a nightstick.
Let's go.
Cop with a line.
Here. Alright, so obviously that's got a lot, we got a lot to do, but there's a little idea of how you can get started, find the tempo of a piece just for, lining things up, take a listen to some instruments, figure out a good section to work, cutting up and pasting, moving things around, taking them in and out, adding a MIDI instrument, adding drums and bass is always nice, and playing with the EQ of that. Anyway, be as creative as you can, but do whatever you like, enjoy it. There's a link on Sunny's website at that first page. It shows you where you can send them. If you've got a good one, you want to share it with them, you can send it to us at musicworksNYC.org, and we'll listen to it and post it if it's good, or even if it's not good. And email us if you have any questions. If nothing else, it's a great exercise in just practicing your skills on. It's good to have some sort of general producing skills to be able to pick apart the pieces of a song and see how they fit together. And then when you're experimenting with how to move them, you learn, like, for example, when I'm doing the drums, I like to, pound it out on my MIDI keyboard because that's fun for me and a good way to do it. But then I'm learning, oh man, like my time was not as good as I thought it was. It teaches you about rhythm and about where to put the emphasis, and what's in your head versus what it looks like on paper, and when somebody else is going to play it back, helps you be more accurate that way. So there's lots and lots you can learn. MusicWorks session 310, little mini tutorial on Sunny Jain Remix Contest. Good luck, have fun, it's a great album, pick it up, and we will see you soon. Bye everyone.